Hello there to all you bucket heads, and welcome to any new Jedi. This is another episode of Under the Helmet podcast. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this fully operational podcast. Also, you will join the Discord so we may talk about things. And with that being said, let's talk Return of the Jedi.
Oh, we already got General Solo. Loving it.
All right. So, before we get started, let's talk about Return of the Jedi.
Woo!
Thing we're here to talk about. We're actually going to talk about the movie in the first 5 minutes.
Woo!
What?
That's a rarity.
We did it, guys. Very cool. So, we're going to start with an opener question.
I'm liking these opener questions. This is a new thing we've been doing, but I'm enjoying it.
All right. So, we've all heard the question, how many second graders do you think you could take out in a wave as they charged at you?
Oh, is this Ewoks?
Yeah, how many Ewoks? How many waves of Ewoks? I mean, bare hands. You got no weapons. They got no weapons. But how many Ewoks do you think you could take? How many waves? And we'll do waves of 10.
Okay.
How many Ewok waves do you think you could realistically survive?
The biggest question is, because Ewoks themselves are not incredibly dangerous. It's when you put them on their home turf and when they're armed.
Oh, of course they're on their home turf. Of course they're on Endor.
Okay, because I've played Ewok Hunt before, and I don't want to go back to Space Vietnam. I don't want to do that.
It changes you. It changes a man.
Look, when the trees start speaking Yub Nub, I'm out.
Nothing is scarier than chilling with the boys in the cave, emoting on each other because the ship's about to show up, and you get absolutely bum rushed by the Wisties.
Oh yeah, there's 5 Wisty pouches that just fly right into your face before you see just a wall. And then you hear the
dreaded just chaos. Chaos ensues.
The horn is bad.
Pray. And changes
the worst.
But how many Ewoks can you survive? How many do you think? Because I think I'm making about 2.5 waves before I get taken down.
Am I armed? They're on their home turf. Do I have any?
No, they're on their home turf, bare hands, unarmed.
Bare hands? Okay.
But they're bare hands as well. They don't have weapons.
I was gonna say how many bare hands could I take on?
There's 10 of them, but doesn't mean they all swarm you at once. I'm saying I can make it about 2.5 waves realistically before I get taken out.
Provided I'm able to make it past the initial bum rush. Ideally, if you can manage to grab one and then swing that one around like a weapon.
Exactly. But here's the thing.
You just pray you've been hitting arm day.
That drains a lot of energy.
Yeah.
That drains a lot of energy though.
It does.
Yeah, I've been running. I got to get my cardio back up. I've been running in the mornings, so that will help a little bit. But I also think that we are ruling out some very, very key components here. Number one being the people's elbow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're ruling out the people's elbow. We're ruling out punting them like a soccer ball.
That's a fair. Well, the thing is, Leia kind of struggled to pick Wicket up and put them onto the log, so I have to figure those suckers are kind of heavy.
I mean, I'd say yeah. I'd say an Ewok would probably weigh, just guessing, I would say that an Ewok weighs about, I'd say 35 to 50 pounds. We'll have to Wikipedia it. All right. Pull up Wikipedia.
Yeah, the average Ewok stands at about 1 meter tall and weighs about 30 kilogram. Let me
convert
that into America.
Yeah, put that in freedom units.
Yeah. That's roughly. It is 66 pounds.
I mean, so I was shoulder rowing. I was shoulder shrugging 45s today. So I feel like I can handle that.
Question is, how long? How long can you handle that?
Like I said, about ideally 2 to 3 waves. If the waves are about 10 minutes apart.
Oh, you have recharge? I thought it was just wave is done again.
You know what? Yeah, I like that even better. You do the zombies method.
Oh God,
How
no.
about this? You've got a minute between rounds, between waves.
Okay.
Whether it be to prepare, to recharge, to grab a stick. Because think, you're on Endor. You don't have a weapon, but you can get weapons. Like you can use like dirt. You can use your environment to your advantage. So
my first thought was taking a handful of dirt and just chucking it in their face.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. The true defeater of Lord Vader.
You
Pocket
see,
sand.
I think what I need to do is start carrying around a large bucket of gold paint. So hear me out on this, okay?
Where are you going with this?
Basically, if the Ewoks attack me, I will take the golden paint and I will just dump it on myself. Because then they will see me as their deity and they will bow down and they will worship me and they will sacrifice many people to me. I will be a vengeful god. They have let me down.
Okay. All right.
First thing I'm doing, I'm pushing Chief Chirpa out of a tree. He's getting usurped. Because Wicket has potential. Wicket would be a loyalist. I could, turn them against each other as long as it doesn't rain.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. The second it rains,
I will hide inside. I will tell them that I am weak to the rain and they must stop the rain by any means necessary. Send them to their deaths to try to stop the rain.
You're gonna send them out on a quest. It's just gonna be Caravan of Hope. That one. There were 2 Ewok shorts. They were both
Endor like incredibly inhospitable though. Like they've got like giant beasts and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. That place is awful.
Just imagine like you're out there, you're just punting some Ewoks, like absolutely dominating them in a fight, and then some giant creature just shows up.
Yeah.
Immediately, what I'm doing is I'm going to up my Sigma grind set, climb their legs, get on top, ride it like a mount, and use it to eat the Ewoks. I'm just saying, I'm simply built different. I would survive. As I apply chapstick to my lips. Because you can't be a top G with chapped lips.
All right. Wikipedia, what do we got?
So much for talking about the movie in the first 10 minutes. We're talking about beating up some Ewoks.
And also, okay, let's see. As far as non-sentient species, you have the bark lizard, the Blassie tree goat, species of birds, Blurg. Blurg were on Endor?
Blurg? Okay. Oh, man, it's over. Because them boys got big old mouths.
Yep. The boar wolf, a Bordock, Karanak, Endorian chicken. Just Endorian chicken. Churi, a condor dragon, Keejaw.
I'm going to be eating good as their new golden god.
Yeah, you will. Let's see. Just a species. My favorite are the ones that are just like a species of bird, a species of mammals, a species of quadrupeds. You have the Guapa, which are Ewok ponies. What the heck is a Kern beast?
All right. Let us move on. Because I need to talk about something very important. We need to switch to a little bit more seriousness point about how this movie literally ruined Star Wars and my childhood, okay? Because this movie is just bad, okay? It's horrible. It's terrible. It's no good, very bad. Ruined my childhood. First of all, what was that plan at the beginning, okay? Luke's plan just flew by the seat of his ass. Okay? There is no other way to put it. That was not a plan. That was luck. Second off,
I like to say that luck is just skill you can control. Or, no, wait. Skill is just luck you can control.
second off, they made Han a bumbling idiot in this movie, okay? They made Han just an absolute bumbling idiot. I mean, he couldn't do anything for himself without Leia basically holding him by his balls and doing it. Yep. So as you know, women being in a movie, instant feminism, I mean, just ruins it right there. Third off, Yoda, the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy, just fucking dies. He doesn't do anything. He just shows up and is like, yeah, Vader's your dad. Dead. Not to mention, they ruined Obi-Wan Kenobi because he knew all along that Vader was Luke's father. I mean, what is this? It's just, I mean, come on. Could they write themselves any more plot holes? I mean, this movie is just bad. And then it's got some libtard ideas about like respecting nature because the Empire doesn't respect nature, and that's the thing that underdoes them. I mean, George Lucas, more like George Wocus. I mean, gosh, I could go on about this movie, about how terrible and horrible and bad it is. But this bit has played on for way too long, and I'm bored. Also, wait, one more thing. They wasted the coolest character in the movie, Boba Fett, who was literally there, just the coolest guy in Empire Strikes Back. And I wrote so much fan fiction and smut about him just for him to turn around and get whacked in the back and launched into a giant sand coochie, never to be seen again. Because he's never going to come back in Star Wars. Absolutely wasted character. L movie. It's mid. It's terrible. I give it a 0 out of 10. All right, now I'm done with the bit, and I'll talk about my actual real opinions on this movie.
Okay, good. I hope you know Cal's been dropping just Return of the Jedi Han quotes this entire time, and I'm here for it. It's amazing.
Wait, what did he say?
He's been speaking almost exclusively in Return of the Jedi Han quotes. He's getting into the character.
Boba Fett? Where? Boba Fett?
Bunk.
All right. I have to say, though, this movie starts off with a bang, and it ends with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff in the middle bangs every now and then. So
it do be banging.
Movie, so A New Hope kind of just
he did the freeze.
Just follows. There's not a whole lot of concurring plot lines. Then this movie, or then Empire Strikes Back has two, because we have the stuff with Luke on Dagobah, and we have the stuff with Vader, Han and Leia, and getting chased by the Empire.
Yeah.
This movie, I kind of say, has three concurring plot lines. So it's got, the team on Endor. Once they get to Endor.
Right.
So once they get to Endor, it becomes three. It becomes Lando and the crew, who don't really do much to the final battle.
Yeah. But then they do everything.
Yeah. Then it is Luke and Vader, and then Han, Leia, and Chewbacca and the Ewoks. Also, this movie, why'd they have to shoot R2? Like, R2 catches so much flack in the OT.
Yeah.
Especially like in Empire, he gets, like, zapped.
I mean,
by, like, a terminal.
It's probably just, karma getting back at him for all the people he shot in the prequels and the Clone Wars.
R2 did nothing wrong.
R2 did. Never mind.
R2 did nothing wrong.
R2 was an accessory to Anakin's war crimes.
I mean, yeah, but like if you're an Uber driver that takes somebody to commit a murder, are you like
an accessory to the crime? A little bit.
Yeah, but like, do you know that that they're going to commit a crime?
Look.
Also, there is no Geneva Convention in Star Wars, so all the things that we consider to be war crimes aren't necessarily war crimes.
That's a fair point. I feel like that's something nobody ever brings up.
I've heard it brought up a couple times, but It's more fun to look at it through the real world lens and be like, oh, Anakin's doing the war crime thing again with the false surrender. Also, I want to talk about the stuff with Jabba. So, first off, Jabba the Hutt is just scary. I mean, big fat slug guy. He just creepy. Gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Keeps Han Solo as a trophy on the wall.
Oh. Weird little fun fact. They're not called war crimes in Star Wars. They're called a crime against civilization.
Is it why? Is it because it's a violation of the Rusan Reformation?
No, it's in Galactic Republic law. A crime against civilization was the greatest crime of war one could be charged with. At a trial for crimes against civilization, the Galactic Senate would serve as the jury, with the Supreme Chancellor or the acting President of the Senate serving as the judge.
I'm guessing that's kind of like what they did with Ahsoka.
Kind of, but Ahsoka didn't get the entire Senate, did she? That was just like Tarkin and them.
There was a couple senators there.
Okay.
There was representatives from the Senate there, and there's representatives from the Jedi Order. So I guess that's fair.
Because like for this, a crime against civilization is like they gathered the entire Senate together because you fucked up that bad.
That's probably what they did to Newt Gunray after Phantom Menace.
It probably is, yeah. That
and
man.
Then he just said, haha, I've got Bezos bucks, and paid his way out of it.
Yeah, or just didn't come.
No, I think he did come, but like it was one of those things that like,
oh, the corruption was that bad that.
I mean, yeah, it's the Galactic Republic.
Yeah.
Sorry, just saying. Also, completely unrelated, but Disney, why are you posting excerpts to Princess and the Scoundrel on your Instagram page? I want to read it, okay? I want to read the book. I gotta read the one I'm currently reading, right? Shadow of the Sith. I have to read Shadow of the Sith first before I read any other books. Then I want to read Padawan, and then I want to read Princess and the Scoundrel, okay? Stop it. Stop. I want to read it, okay? Just give me time.
I have an idea.
What?
We should start an Under the Helmet book club.
We should. That way I can gush about Brotherhood. Because I still want to film a review on it. I need to reread the book, but I wanted to read Shadow of the Sith first.
This would be the perfect opportunity.
And
anyway, we're getting off track, and I'm talking about stuff we'd normally talk about outside of stream on stream.
I mean, we are the most disorganized podcast on the internet for a reason.
We are, yes. Let's just,
But yeah, let's get back to Jabba the Hutt and the scene that. Hey, Leah. And the scene that everybody kind of thinks of when they think of this movie. There are certain. All right, so when you think of this movie, what is a scene that you think of more than anything? Like when you think Return of the Jedi, what's the first thing that pops in your head?
Don't say Hutt Slayer Leia. Don't say Hutt Slayer Leia.
I mean, it's fine. It's one of the first things that pops in my head too. But then again, there's a trend going around on TikTok right now of like it's like a Patrick Bateman is like something horrible is happening inside me. I don't know what it is, and it's like just random scenes. Hutt Slayer Leia was that scene for me. Just that something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know what it is. It was an awakening moment for me. We'll just say.
Look, it doesn't matter your sexual orientation. It doesn't matter your gender identity. I myself am non-binary and bisexual. Still had the hots for Carrie Fisher in a metal bikini. Had the hots more so for Natalie Portman with, the midriff of her shirt ripped off on Geonosis. But that's a conversation for another time.
George Lucas, don't put your women in compromising clothes challenge. Level impossible.
It really is, though.
I love you, George, but oof,
I will say this.
That's rough, buddy.
It's never the first movie, though. He waits to the second or third one to really end.
We've all heard the stories from Carrie Fisher about there's no underwear in space.
There's no underwear in space, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first movie. That white dress was It's a good thing that there wasn't a whole lot of water in her section of the trash compactor.
Yeah.
So George Lucas,
Are you
do better?
Oh, the Dylan do better for George Lucas.
I love you, man. I love you, George. I've quite literally spent enough money on Star Wars products while you owned it to
fund your porch.
buy your front porch at the very least. So I think I can give you the, hey, man. Like, so here's the thing. We can like things, but still discuss the problematic nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one thing I actually really did want to touch on was the Hut Slayer thing, and there's been quite a few creators, much better to speak on this issue than me, but they have talked about the Hut, like, what was the one's name? Nerdy Hands on Instagram and TikTok. She's amazing.
Yeah, I follow her.
Yeah, she did a really good, she had a really good post on the Hut Slayer and how it was something that was meant to be demeaning, but has been turned into something that is empowering.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing. It is, I mean, a very beautiful costume.
Yeah.
Very revealing costume.
I plan to get one.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Believe me, it will be.
Elevate over here. Gonna make me act up.
Dylan, keep your tissues away.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, and here's the thing: if you have the confidence to wear it and you want to cosplay it, don't let me stop you. But if some dude's being creepy with you at a con, hit me up. I'd be happy to speak to them. So
I was gonna say I don't walk around cons as a faceless killing machine for no reason. I mean, I do it partially so that Gabby can walk around as her, cutesy, delightful princess-looking self, and creeps don't approach us. Yeah, regardless. But yeah, I walk around, and I enjoy walking around as, a T-faced death machine. It's just fun. And it works really well.
I like doing the space monk thing. I like doing the Jedi, walking around in the Jedi robes. Also, I had a lot of fun walking around as Boba Fett, though.
Dude, I was scrolling through your account looking for facial expressions for the various, actually it was for the thumbnail of this video. And I looked back at your Boba Fett stuff and I was like, man, I miss that. I miss your Boba Fett era.
I'm revamping that armor. That armor needs to be revamped. I wore it out to paintball one day.
Oh, how'd that go?
That was really fun. Except, the armor.
Mm-hmm.
I got shot only twice. That wasn't in the face. Like, it was quite literally headshot city. But I also know how to effectively use cover. So the only thing that was poking up was my head.
Oh, there you go.
So I got shot in the face many a time.
I tell you what I'd love to see one day is under the helmet, either airsoft or paintball. Both of us have GoPros, and the stream is our 2 point of views.
That would be fun. But yeah, so I got shot the first time, literally. So the armor stops right about here.
Mm-hmm.
I got shot right here, right below the armor plate.
Oh,
I was so upset. I was so mad because I was like, listen, I want to give this armor one last go around, and I want it to
you want to go out with a bang
and all that. And the second time I got shot, I think it was in the arm. But it was below the elbow, so it didn't count. I was still in.
That's so disappointing.
I know. I wanted to get shot in the armor. I was like, man, it's like a big. But I also play very support.
Oh no! If you're in Mandalorian armor, you just gotta kind of step out and just.
Yeah, the way people were playing that day, oof.
No,
it was a hail. I also played in a hailstorm where it was just shot city.
Oh,
where like I said, most of my hits came in the face.
You see,
the face or the ear. My favorite one was there was one that like literally exploded like right on the faceplate, and like it was like two, like one here and like one here, like instantaneously. I do have to do a 22 pickup next time. Fucking leave. Run away. Because if you stood out in the open on that field, you were getting blasted.
Best Rebels line. Best
Yep.
Rebels line right there.
Absolutely.
Cal and I were talking about that line the other day because big time Rebels fans. I'm getting off topic. One of the nice things about living where you live is that you are not in the middle of nowhere, which has no airsoft fields, no paintball fields, no nothing. We have nothing. That's over. It's done. That's all the rant you get out of me. Mine are short. No, it's not. You never get on the banners. I'm not used to how this feels.
We both were signed in under the same account, so I can actually like go through and like put banners on. But yeah, so back to Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
The Luke and Vader stuff in this movie is just the Luke and Vader stuff is just mint.
It's good. It's so good. So good.
Also, I want to address one of the special edition changes, I guess, because like I never knew it was like a big change, but like there's, I guess in the Disney Plus version, that Vader like looks down as Luke's getting like absolutely electroshocked, and he says like no, and then he screams no, like picks Papa Palpy up and throws him over the ledge.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that, personally. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Is it like, and I've seen the VHS version. I mean, I grew up with it, so I know that originally he did not say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think on the DVD version, he just yells, no, like out of the blue. Like there's no like precursor to it. But I don't see a problem with it. I think it's all right. I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a neat little moment to show the conflict like being vocalized in Vader's mind. And you have to think, Vader has lived, I talked about this with a friend today, that Vader spent 23 years as Anakin, 23 years as Vader.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, it could be seen as number one, Anakin breaking out of Vader. Number two, which I kind of like to see it as, is Anakin and Vader kind of putting their foot down and saying, okay, I've had enough of Sidious. I have been complicit and I've been his like lapdog for years, but I've had enough. So he took a stand and he picks him up and he chucks him away.
You said something about, you mentioned Vader not being Sidious's lapdog. This is wildly off topic. Did you ever see the ending for the Revenge of the Sith video game that happens if Anakin beats Obi-Wan on Mustafar?
Yes, where he like immediately kills him.
Yeah. He kills Obi-Wan. He kills Palpatine. He assumes the role of Emperor. I actually made little Lego figures based off of an AU where that happened. Like, well, Obi-Wan doesn't die. But, Anakin does end up cutting off his arm and then just kind of leaving him. And then he goes and kills Palpatine immediately.
Oh, poor Obi-Wan.
Well, Obi-Wan goes on, gets a sick-ass robot arm. He and Ahsoka lead the so-called the Republic Revolution. And then Anakin goes on to make the Skywalker Empire. He names himself as Skywalker, which is the new title instead of Emperor.
That's kind of dope. I'm not going to lie.
I would happily write that out one day. It's hard to do writing pre-existing characters justice.
That's why I write original stories, because
same.
I actually wrote a story the other day that was pretty interesting. So,
Yeah.
for those of you who are unaware, I work at a hotel. That's like my second job.
Mhm.
And we had a instance with a guest who came up and said that she saw a spider and in her room. There wasn't a spider, but regardless. And she proceeded to describe to me all of the things that this spider looked like. I mean, she's described it as it was big, okay? It was really big, like a crab, okay? But it was also like a sea urchin. And I'm from New York City, so like I've seen the rats in New York City, and it was big like a New York City rat. So that creature has now been spawned into the lore of our hotel as the crab rat urchin spider of room 201. So one of our housekeepers, who's one of our housekeeping directors, very talented artist, drew a picture of the crab rat urchin spider, and I wrote a story for it. I've only finished the first part of it, but it is pretty good if I say so myself. Right now it's about 6 pages, 1,300 words, 10 chapters.
How many floors does your hotel have? I have to ask.
We have 4.
Ah, okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, it's on the second floor. Lurking and stalking and hiding. And then, to end the story off, the lady comes to me the next day and says, it may have just been a reflection of the light. Because I went through and she unmade the bed and everything and made the room I moved her to a different room. So I went and I looked around the room. Guess what I did not find?
A crab rat urchin spider?
I did not find a regular spider, let alone a crab rat urchin spider, which is now known as the crust. The legend of
the crust.
The legend of the crust. It is a story that I've emailed to several of my friends, and they have read it, and they're like, "Hey, that's pretty good."
Well, I just had to ask how many floors, what room, just because there's a certain hotel in New York, which room 1221 is like super duper haunted. They had to call up the fellas from my side gig a couple of years back just to deal with it.
Oh yeah. The Ghostbusters.
Well, it was round 2. We actually had to come back.
You hate to see it.
They didn't get haunting insurance.
You'd think these people would take care of ghosts the first time, but
well, see, we do, but as Egon Spengler rather flatly said, new people die every day. It's dead ass his response when you're in the hotel and Ray's like, we gave this hotel a clean bill of health last month, and Egon just says new people die every day.
The crab rat urchin spider, the newest creature to come to Lord of the Rings.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's some Tolkien level terrifying creature. Shit.
It is. It's one of those. It is one of those things. But let's get back to Return of the Jedi.
I was gonna say we barely talked about Return of the Jedi in our Return of the Jedi episode.
I mean, all right. Let's be real here. In every episode we've done on one of the movies, we've barely touched on the movie.
That's because the movies have been out. We've touched on all the movies who have been out for at least a decade or two.
Like all of the discourse, like one of the things about talking about Star Wars, and I wouldn't necessarily call it a challenge, but it's one of the things about talking about the Star Wars movies in particular, is that all of the discourse on them has basically been had and been said at this point.
Right.
So we're not exactly treading new ground here. So we're just kind of saying, yeah, I like the movie. It's good. Here's why I like it. Good. Moving on.
The only place we get moderately close to that is with the sequels. We might have some new discourse. Maybe.
We'll see.
Considering,
about that.
It's been 5 years since Force Awakens came out.
5 years already? Gosh.
5. Well, because Rogue One celebrates 5 years this year. Because they're doing the IMAX re-release.
Oh, so it's been 6. Yeah, I remember Force Awakens. I remember seeing it in high school.
I also remember seeing it in high school. It's been a while.
Right, and then I think Last Jedi was 20. Was it 2018 or 27? Because I think Force Awakens. I think it's 2015, 2017, 2019. Because it's like every other year. Because in
yes.
between that, we had Rogue One and Solo.
Yes. 2 absolute bangers.
Absolutely, which we will eventually talk about on here.
Good.
But I lost my train of thought.
All right.
Crap. It was something Return of the Jedi related. Okay. So actually, yeah. So I have a question. So a lot of people say that the sequels we can get into greater detail on the Rise of Skywalker episode, but I kind of want to touch on it here. Some people say that the existence of the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, Force Awakens. Yeah, Force Awakens was 2015. Callahan, I was right.
Mhm.
I was right because I'm smart, big brain boy. But each of the sequels, someone says that the Rise of people have said that the Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine returning, invalidates Vader's sacrifice in Return of the Jedi.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either because number one, it saved Luke Skywalker and redeemed Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly, which I think people fail to realize, is that you can't make that claim about canon without making that same argument about Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is the first Legends story? Like one of the first Legends stories after Return of the Jedi?
Palpatine returns.
Dark Empire, where Palpatine returns.
And takes Luke over to the dark side. And then there's
Briefly.
clones.
And
then,
is like
wait.
young hot.
Yeah, doesn't Luke end up fighting like 30 Palpatine clones? Like Palpatine in his prime clones, and Luke just takes them all on at once?
Maybe Legends Luke was incredibly overpowered.
Legends Luke was less akin to a man and more akin to a god. Like,
yeah.
Let's be
Legends
real
Luke
here.
was incredibly overpowered, in my humble opinion.
I don't
But
think
anyway.
anyone can disagree with you.
Like, basically, Legends Luke was, quote, max potential Anakin, is what people basically would make the comparison as. I would disagree, but
I don't think anybody's that powerful. Max potential otherwise.
It's just the power scale. So the power scaling in Legends is just insane. Like, just in general. And this is, we can do a Legends episode eventually, because I like some of the stories in Legends, but there are characters like, you know, Darth Nihilus and Abeloth and all these other characters that are so incredibly powerful. You can't, like, you have to scale up your other characters to be able to even, like, be on their level.
See, what really came in with that, it's that early 2000s Lucasfilm games.
Yeah,
if you consider that,
you've got stuff like The Force Unleashed, which we all know my problems with Force Unleashed.
We know your problems with Force Unleashed. We don't have to get into the Starkiller.
I won't reiterate them. It's been well documented my disdain for the character. Although Christian Bale should play him in live action, so people can see their Sigma Daddy butcher their favorite character, and then they cry and shit and complain about it. Can't wait. It's gonna be peak.
I will say, Knights of the Old Republic, one of my favorites. The only problem is that remake that they were doing of it has evidently been put on indefinite hold, otherwise known as cancellation.
It got put in the. It basically got put into ice.
Yeah, they Captain America'd it.
They without a doubt because Captain America at the very least got to rest for 70 years. I would say they Soldier Boyed it. If you've seen The Boys season 3, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm starting episode 3 soon.
Okay, so you'll understand when you get there, but they Soldier Boyed that shit. We'll get there later. It's not like a whole lot of a spoiler.
I mean, I figure given that it's it's much more. It got put in carbonite.
Yeah, good answer. Good, Callahan. Good way to relate it back to the topic we were supposed to be talking about. But anyways, let's go ahead. Also, this movie introduces probably one of my favorite glup shitos. So, of
Who would
course,
that be?
Manny Bothans, because he died to get the rebels that information. R.I.P. Manny Bothans, you a real one. But more importantly, I want to talk about Nien Nub.
I feel like we can't really consider him a glup shido anymore. He's gotten himself in the Battlefront games. Like he was in Battlefront 2015? 2015?
Yeah, he was in 2015 Battlefront, which they should have put him in too, but it is what it is.
They should have put all of those characters into 2. It was not that hard.
For real, like the only because they had Greedo, they had Dengar, they had Boss. They put Bosk in there.
They didn't add a single other lightsaber character.
Yeah, they had Krennic. I just miss Dirt Nap Dengar.
I was gonna say I miss playing as Dengar, telling people to take dirt naps.
Allegedly is in this movie. There's like one scene, I think it's the scene where Jabba's dais is moving forward after Luke gets dropped in the Rancor pit. You can see it's either Luke or Ula. I can't remember who it is, but it's basically you see like a character that looks a lot like Dengar with like the towel wrapped around his head kind of deal.
Holy
like,
shit, that's freaking Dengar.
Yeah, Dengar's in this movie. Barely. Can't wait till we get to the sequels where we can talk about Hrothgar Dang.
And the fact that he's in the Skywalker saga, terrifying face and all.
Hrothgar Dang. Way to butcher my glup shitto.
Toilet paper man.
Yeah. The Dirt Nap King.
Yep. I mean, Hrothgar Dang is not near as bad as Carib-Dis. Do you know who Carib-Dis is?
This sounds like the setup to a D's Nuts joke. Carib-Dis dick. All right, now that I made the joke, who is Carib-Dis?
Carib-Dis is this terrifying motherfucker.
Oh, is that the mouth guy?
It's the mouth guy, yeah.
Oh no, it's just a reskin the Batman who laughs.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
What a Dark Knight's Metal.
It's this guy. This guy right here. He's all mouth.
I got so many jokes about that. Wait, pull him back up.
No, I'm not pulling him back up. If you're gonna act up, I'm putting away the Carib-Dis.
finna act up. I wonder he gives great teeth jobs. Shout out to that man's dentist. Because you know that dentist is making bank.
No, I'm ending the stream.
But we haven't even gotten to news and rumors where I can complain about Warner Brothers.
All right, let's jump
All right.
in.
Final thoughts on Return of the Jedi first.
It's a good movie. I like it.
Good movie. I love Luke versus Vader. It's probably one of my favorite fights in Star Wars.
All right, hammer time.
Hammer time. Time for news and rumors.
News and rumors.
All right. First things first. I want to talk 2 things. One is real life, but we mentioned it on a previous episode, so I kind of want to talk about it. Andrew Tate got banned from like all of social media.
Fucking everything. Let's go.
Preach. Congratulations, Facebook. You did a good thing. Congrats, TikTok. You did an okay thing because Meta did it first, and you guys are just riding the train. But I'm not going to complain that much because Andrew Tate is a scumbag. So thanks, social media, for banning him. Very cool.
Literal sack of human
Maybe
refuse.
we can slowly de-radicalize young kids from joining multi-level marketing schemes by alleged sex traffickers and confirm men who actually beat the shit out of women.
There.
On a slightly lighter, on second thought, let's pass the teen fan and move on to the good news of news and rumors. Yeah, let's pass on.
Wait a second.
Hair up his dick. Oh, absolutely. We absolutely were. I mean,
100%.
we are a massive force in the online podcasting industry. Everybody knows Under the Helmet, and if you don't, you will soon.
You will be. You will be. That one was way better. Mine sounded whack. That was not right.
Another one. Warner Brothers apparently went through and deleted all of the footage of Batgirl. Yes.
What?
So, because they didn't want another hashtag Snyder cut, they just decided, you know what, Batgirl, we're gonna hit the delete button. Be gone. So yeah, Warner Brothers just straight up deleted all of Batgirl, or allegedly deleted all of Batgirl because they didn't want another Snyder Cut situation. So, DC, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? What the fuck is this shit?
What are y'all drinking in your board meetings? Because I want some. Oh my god.
That is just literal, like, so Warner Brothers make a good decision challenge, level impossible.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. Release Batgirl, you fucking cowards.
Yeah.
I will watch the movie multiple times in theaters just to spite Warner Brothers if they release it. But I'm not buying HBO Max, though. Fuck you.
Oh, no. I'm not buying HBO Max. Because Gabby has it.
I will pirate Peacemaker off of YouTube.
Whoa.
Yo ho, pirate's life for me, bitches. Now, release like a Red Hood show. I might. Just kidding.
Ooh, they make a Red Hood show.
What are news and rumors?
We got 6 points in news and rumors.
Alrighty, let's get
first it. One second. First one is Marvel Studios is reportedly renaming X-Men as mutants because they're having trouble getting them to the MCU because of faulty Disney-Fox merger deal, creating legal nightmares. So it's very possible that we'll just see them as mutants for a while. And then eventually they'll do the thing like they did with the Scarlet Witch, where eventually Wanda stops being Wanda and starts actually being the Scarlet Witch.
Can't wait for Team of Mutants.
Yeah. That being said,
wait, Marvel. I know how to get around it. Okay, hear me out. Have we seen, what was the last X-Men movie? What was it? Dark Phoenix?
Yeah.
We have a perfect thing that we can do that will not only piss off the right people. We need to release X-Women. Because if you remember in Dark Phoenix, there is a scene that, rightfully so, the dialogue is bad, but it got clowned on pretty hard, where Mystique says, "We do so much work for your team. It should really be called the X-Women." Really cringe dialogue, but the point stands. I think that is the perfect way to get around it. Release hashtag X-Women, Marvel. Do it. Actually, that could go wrong.
Wait, no, that sounds like something else.
Yeah, that movie already exists.
Never mind. There's a great number of those movies that exist.
Sorry,
never
Marvel.
mind.
I tried.
Oh boy.
Sorry, you don't want to relate to the adult industry.
Anyway,
oh yeah, an X-Force movie would be good, but they're all dead.
I mean, X-Force showed up in Deadpool 2, so
yeah,
it's possible.
But they all died. Minus.
Well, yeah, but none of them were the actual team except for Domino.
That was her name. I can't remember her name right now. I was going to call her Lady Luck. I felt so bad. It's been so long since I've seen Deadpool 2. Also, that movie's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, same with Deadpool
and Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to watch a family movie tonight. Let's watch the Deadpool one.
No, Deadpool is not a family movie. Deadpool 2 is a family movie. He says that at the start.
Touche. There was, in fact, a high wind advisory.
There
All right, what
was.
else you got?
Rumor: DC Titan star Anna Dio is reportedly being eyed by Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios to possibly portray a weather witch in an unannounced MCU project.
Marvel quite literally pulls up to DC and goes, hey, that's some nice talent you're horribly misusing over there. Let them come to us. We'll take care of them.
I mean, have you heard the thing about Loki season 2?
What, did they shot it at McDonald's?
No. That supposedly they're wanting to have Henry Cavill play not Mr. Fantastic, not Captain Britain, but Hyperion. Right? I lost my shit. You're not going to do your Man of Steel right? Let us do it for you.
I mean, technically, Man of Steel Superman is kind of Hyperion.
This is true. This is true.
Also, why make him Hyperion? Because Hyperion, cringe. Make him the Sentry.
I know nothing about Hyperion.
Hyperion is like evil Superman. So basically, Hyperion. Now, the only thing I know about this character is from the show Avengers Assemble. So, very, very loose. But Hyperion comes to Earth, is portraying himself as a hero, but is like taking it too far, and he basically gets exposed for kind of being like a bad guy. So, like, and not like, oh, he's an anti-hero type. Like, no, like he is like a bad guy that is just doing the heroics for clout. So basically in that show, the Avengers like expose him, and he basically just becomes a villain. And he and Thor and the Hulk just basically punch each other for the whole rest of the season. It's pretty cool. If you haven't seen Avengers Assembles, it was all right. First couple seasons were all right. I stopped watching after that, but they had the free episodes on YouTube, so I would watch them every now and then.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Disney XD. Very cool. But yeah, I would say make him the Sentry because it's the same thing, but let Henry Cavill be like an actual hero. So, but yeah, him as Captain Britain, I didn't like that idea. I feel like that's a little too on the nose.
Yeah. Okay. I'm unfamiliar with both of these characters, so I'm looking them up.
The Sentry is like one of the strongest heroes in Marvel, basically.
Yeah. Dang, this guy is
like basically in World War Hulk, he was the only person that came to fight the Hulk after he proceeded to whoop all of the Avengers and the X-Men and the Fantastic Four's ass. Like, this is just World War the Hulk. And basically they fought each other for so long, the Sentry and the Hulk, that the Hulk eventually just turned back into Bruce Banner because he was all raged out.
Oh, wow. This man.
Hey, I don't know this guy. Zach. What's up, Zach? Zach Mine talks Malign? I'm dyslexic, but what's up? It would be so weird to see Henry Cavill go to Marvel.
I don't think it'd be that weird.
It would be, but like, I mean, Marvel is like, hey, you won't do your actors right? That's fine. We'll take them. We'll take Gal Gadot and Momoa too. You can keep Ezra Miller.
Yeah, you can keep him over there.
Ezra
Affleck,
Miller.
well, we technically already had Affleck once.
Yeah. It's just Millen. Oh, okay. Zach Millen. What's up, dude? Zach Millen talks movies. Thanks for joining us. We've never seen you before, so it's cool to see a new face in the crowd. But yeah, so that's that. And then what else do we got?
Right. The DCEU's upcoming Justice League Dark series from J.J. Abrams is reportedly being developed as an Avenger-style series. So we have that to look forward to. This next one's kind of big for me. Reportedly, Ant-Man Quantumania's runtime is 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Dang.
They were like, oh, you didn't like the short movies? You want a long movie? You want a really long movie?
Make sure to conserve your water intake during that one. Shoosh.
Man, I didn't make it through Thor: Love and Thunder. I had to take a break.
I had to pee really bad afterwards.
Right.
Also, Thor: Love and Thunder comes to Disney Plus September 8th.
Yeah.
Along with a bunch of other shows. Apparently, it's a Disney Plus day.
Excellent. Oh, they'll probably show off some stuff.
Absolutely, they got some stuff coming. Also, I'm going to talk to Zach real quick. So yeah, we thanks for sharing your support, man. We have seen She-Hulk episode 1. We actually just did an episode on it. We do an episode on Thursdays called Disney Plus Digest, where we kind of talk about it. So that will be our next episode.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on. Isn't this Thursday? Wait, this Thursday is what's it called? Guest to Know.
This Thursday's Guest to Know?
Yeah, this Thursday is.
This Thursday is Guest to Know.
Yep. Speaking of that, so definitely join us on Thursday for episode of Guest to Know, which is like a game show style episode that we do. It's gonna be really fun. We invited the guys from the 1313 podcast to come join us, so definitely come join that one. It is gonna be a very fun episode. I can already tell. So definitely check that one out. But yeah, so do we have any more news and rumors?
I've got. Last piece. She-Hulk's origin was originally planned for episode 8 of the series. They originally, quoting the head writer Jessica Gao, the episode order was slightly different. We changed things up a little bit in post. Most of the pilot that you see was actually episode 8. We waited until the very end of the season. Note that she says season to really reveal her origin story. She doesn't say end of the show. She says end of the season, which is,
I mean, we're kind of guaranteed most of the shows are getting a season 2, like at this point.
I like that.
Also, shout out to Zach who said he'll try to be there. We go live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got a link tree down below where you can check us out on Instagram. Yeah, I'm very glad they did the Origin episode 1 as well. It would have been weird to wait 8 episodes for the Origin.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm glad we got it. I think that might be all we get of Bruce Banner in this show, which I think would be really cool. But who knows? We will have to check it out next episode, which drops Thursday.
Yeah.
And we will talk about that one next Thursday and the one that comes out. So we'll do 2 episodes next Thursday because we'll have Guest to Know, which I'm very excited for. It's going to be a fun episode.
Dude, Guest to Know is probably one of my new favorite segments on the show.
Oh, easily.
I love it so much. Plus, game shows. Game shows are fun. I'm definitely going to be,
we're gonna ritz it up for this one. It's gonna be a time.
Well, I mean, it's Guest to Know. The outfits have got to be weird. The questions are going to be personal, somewhat. And
Fairly.
It's a good time. It's a really good time. Guest to Know is arguably it's one of the best things we do on the show. But that's enough of me gushing about, my game show baby.
It's honestly one of my favorite ideas that we've done for this show. And here's the thing. If you have any creators that you want to join us on Guest to Know, like Zach, we'd love to have you on Guest to Know one time.
Yeah.
Definitely subscribe. Hit us up on Instagram, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you. Or you could join our Discord. We all of that's going to be in the link tree down below.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and also this isn't just for Zach. If anybody else here has not joined the Discord yet, you should do that.
Discord. It's a lot of fun.
We have a good time in the Discord. We're dropping memes. We're dropping streams.
I was gonna say it's really weird because you guys make memes about us.
I love it.
Not weird bad. Weird as in like there are people making memes about me and it's not me.
I know it's so weird. Like as a creator, like having a community that like does stuff, and I love our community. I don't want anybody to stop.
Our guys are
love
the
it
best.
so much. But there's something like special about like seeing a meme about you that like one of your fans made, and I was like,
Yeah,
that made like it makes my day. It makes my day every time we see memes or we get new subs or we get new comments. So definitely leave all that stuff down below.
one of my favorite things that's been circulating the Discord has been Cite's Civil War posters because of that.
Those are so good.
You don't like Iron Man? You don't like Batman?
Civil War. I don't like Iron Man. We gotta do. Oh, we already did. We did a hot takes episode already.
We did.
We'll do a hot.
That was one of the first ones. That was back when things were a little rough.
Or what's changed?
We got somewhat more. We have. I mean, have you seen the level of artistry that goes into these thumbnails?
They are. The thumbnails were a lot better than just me sitting with photo layers, doing my best. What you got against Iron Man? I'm a Cap stan through and through. We talked. I think we talked about it a little bit on Guest to Know, but we'll definitely revisit that topic at a later date. I'll prepare my Tony Stark slander.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be. Never mind. We'll talk about that after stream. That's overarching plan things.
Absolutely. But before we get going, anything else you wanna say, news and rumors wise, or anything like that?
Nothing.
I think that's
really.
everything.
I was gonna say I think we've hit everything.
We'll see you guys on Thursday for Guest to Know.
Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. So excited.
It is gonna be a ball of a time. I cannot wait. I'm already planning my goofy costume.
Man, I came in hard with my Two-Face coat, so I gotta bring something wacky in.
I gave myself a migraine wearing that heavy SJ Garrett Flash helmet. So
I didn't know it was that heavy.
It's heavy. It's got some weight to it. It's like, all right, nice to meet you too, dude. But yeah, so it's not like that heavy, but it's like heavy enough to where like if you wear it for a prolonged
heavy enough that you feel it.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it. Like if I threw it, it wouldn't go very far.
I gotcha.
Like if you hit it, it's like click, 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 like kind of.
I gotcha. It's solid.
All right. But with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We will see you guys next time on Thursday for Guest to Know. You do not want to miss that one because it is going to be a lot of fun.
It's a good one.
Shout out to the guys from 1313. They just hit 500 subscribers as well, so very cool.
You're kidding.
Nope, they did. They hit it just the other day.
That's spectacular. Well, hey, props to them. We might have to shout them out in the Discord for that one.
Absolutely. Well, I was going to shout them out in the episode, so.
Absolutely.
But anyway, we'll see you guys on Thursday. And
catch you all around.
And may the force be with you always.